Trinity TV today are here at the March for Housing, the housing crisis that's happening in Dublin. Well, it's not happening in Dublin actually, it's happening all over Ireland. Places like Dundalk have seen 50% increases or up to 100% increases in their rent prices. So what are the biggest problems with the housing crisis?
Well, right now, it's a multifaceted problem. We've got a housing crisis, we've got people on the homeless list at 10,000, we've got waiting lists for public housing, we've got overcrowding in people's houses. It's a multifaceted problem on housing, it's not just one issue, I don't think.
Every sector of Irish society has been eviscerated by the housing crisis, and no sector is immune to it. So we see a rise in homeless people, more people on the housing waiting lists, more people in temporary accommodations, and students are counted among these people. So we students every week who've been evicted, students staying in temporary accommodation, students who are sleeping rough, staying in the library until 2 in the morning and then so they're not a burden on their friends. And that's not good enough.
The main problems with the housing crisis are the exorbitant rent rates that are out right now. Right now no one can afford to pay their rent really, because monthly they're paying $500 plus to live in a really crappy accommodation with no privacy and no real ability to pay that, you know?
What do we want? Fair rent! When do you want it? Now! Housing is a human right! Fight, fight, fight! Housing is a human right! Fight, fight, fight! Housing is a human right! Raise the roof! Not the rent! Raise the roof! Not the rent! No rent! Raise the rent!
What can the government do to try and ease the situation or rectify it?
I think that it should be a law that your landlord has to show you what the previous rent was, because say if they're charging a previous tenant like €2,000, they could charge you 3,000 and not have to tell you. And I think that should really be changed, because it opens up information to more people basically.
So we need more provision of housing. Students need more rights. We need more rent pressure zones that are actually effective. Students, like we've seen with the accommodation price hikes in accommodations such as Shinoan and Curtin Corrigan in Galway, where over 27%, that is ludicrous that students can be absolutely extorted like this. So there's some of the measures we'd like to see protecting students. We also need more purpose-built housing, both for students and for families, because currently students are adding to that congestion in Dublin, and if students were in purpose-built, affordable, appropriate student accommodation, that congestion wouldn't be the same. There'll be houses available for families and for young people, young workers, and that's the problem. There's not enough housing there.
I think they can call out Airbnb and also stop being landlords, probably, or stop being so greedy. That's like the main thing. And yeah, provide more accommodation. We need more social housing, not more private, and to actually have rent control in this country.